First up, small disclaimer, this is not our game. Well, it is our game, but this is Tabletop Simulator. So we used another game by a company which makes a simulator for tabletops to present our own card game. So we also made a physical card game that is meant to be played in a physical way, like you do. And we want to present it in this simulator because we think it's, well, a nice way to do it. The theme that we picked, or the purpose of this game, is to teach people about the concept of I have nothing to hide and how that's completely wrong, which is one of the keynotes was about, and we were inspired by that a lot. We really wanted to focus on that task. So we went through a lot of iterations of different card games, always with the option of making it digital later, and ended up right here, basically. It's a game that's meant to be played with people for an educational purpose, so for example in a school class, maybe at an event, maybe in a business, just like those pesky people who think that they've got nothing to hide. This is supposed to convince them. The way we do that is I've set up a game right here, there's a stack in the middle, everybody has cards. Oh, for fuck's sake. For crying out loud, well, let's see. Let's be quick here. Maybe it's going to last 5 minutes. I can make a post right here. So, for example, I post about my job. Now I have to explain something. I have to say, I have to tell what I'm posting. So right now, this player, it's a multiplayer game, by the way. Right now, this player is saying, I post something about my job. For example, I tell everybody on Facebook that I just got off work and it was really tiring and everybody pisses me off and I really need a hug right now. You post that to Facebook and a lot of people can see it. And now the turn ends. You're also supposed to draw a card, I guess. But that's a detail. So now it's the other player's turn. And right here, now you could also post something, but this player decides to instead challenge that and say, well, maybe that piece of information was something you were supposed to hide. So they can play this challenge card, basically. And now there's a discussion. So this game is all about like talking to each other. It's not about who wins, it's all about let's have a discussion about this. So now, yeah, you can imagine it. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I was really trying to preserve the battery, but I don't have that much time, so you saw it. Now we have a discussion of two players. All right. And the second player who played the challenge card now has to say, okay, what could go wrong? They have to come up with a scenario. So I picked an easy example because now maybe it was posted to friends of friends, right? Maybe the boss is a friend of a friend too. And they can see that and they're like, okay, apparently this person is not very happy at our company. If they're a good boss, maybe they'll have a talk with them and be like, hey, what can we do to make this better? But maybe they'll also just be like, well, maybe we should, maybe they're going to make your life hell, basically. Really depends, right? So in this case, the players will reach the conclusion, okay, it was not a good idea. So in the end, this game is really about, well, it shouldn't be a problem to post this kind of information, and then the other player will tell you, well, maybe it will be, and they will talk to each other. At the end of the game, one person will have the most points, basically by having the least amount of posts, well, they have still posts in front of them, right? So they were not challenged on their post, which basically means that they posted something which probably wasn't very challengeable. Now, at the end of the game, so we will have a winner. But really, it's not about the winner in the end. It's about the discussion. Like, it's about all the cards that were discarded, where everybody was like, well, I guess that was a piece of information that I shouldn't have leaked out. And I guess I have a lot of things to hide, because all these cards that I played all the time, they always got challenged. There always was some scenario in which that could have really, that could have been a problem. I really hoped that to create a space where people can discuss these kind of things in a playful manner, which was the whole idea. And I guess I'm pretty much out of time, so thanks. Oh, thanks.